If your salary finishes before the end of the month, or your income is unable to sustain you for the month, then you don't need to start thinking about investment first. You need to watch this video. This video is for you, and this is the starting point. The starting point is for you to face reality. Don't second guess your finances. You need to determine where exactly you are on the scale of things so that you know where to begin your journey from. Number one, you have to determine your financial situation. What is your total monthly income? Do you know that? What is your total monthly expenses? You cannot fix what you have not first defined. That's why you have to begin with classifying your expenses. Know the nature of expenses that you have. Are they survival expenses or lifestyle expenses? Survival expenses are expenses that are a necessity, such as rent, food, basic health, transportation. But on the other flip side, you have lifestyle expenses, such as your data subscription, fashion, and all of that. Eating out, going to fancy restaurants. Those are not necessities. You can either cut them down or do without them outrightly. When your income is low, lifestyle expenses must bow. You must begin to cut without emotion. Immediately adjust your expenses. This is where discipline comes in. You need discipline to reduce variable expenses, negotiate bills where possible. That's not punishment, that is positioning. And that's the positioning you need to begin your journey out of poverty to wealth. Now, after dealing with the expenses, you also have to work on your income. There's a need to increase income because cutting down expenses alone is not enough. In fact, in today's Nigeria, no one survives on salary alone. You cannot survive on one stream of income. So there's a need to start a side hustle. No one is asking you to leave your current job simply because it's not enough. No, as you hold on to your current job, there's a need for you to think of what else you can do. Open multiple streams of income. You need to begin to ask yourself some very critical questions through strategic thinking and critical thinking. Who am I? What can I do? What do I have? You must either have a product that you are selling or you have a service that you are rendering. You have to have something of value to offer in exchange for money. Why? Because money moves in the direction of value. You need to ask yourself, what skills do I have? Because it is time to monetize your skills. Have a weekend hustle. Have a digital service you can provide. Have one form of trading or the other you can engage in. Money hides in people. So if people are around you in the house, in your working place, in your school, how can I make money out of them? What do they need? And how can I meet their needs? Money hides in problems. So you ask yourself, in this environment where I find myself, what are the problems? If you determine what the problems are, then ask yourself, which ones can I solve? Become a solution to the problem that you find around you, and you discover that money will flow into your hands. For instance, today, you have spent money. I'm very sure you have spent money today. When you woke up from that bed, you slept on the bed. That bed, you did not make it, you bought it. You brushed your teeth. You had to buy that toothpaste. You had to buy that toothbrush from somewhere. Maybe you transported somewhere. You had to either take a bike or a cab. You paid for it. People have been rendering services to you and you've been using products and money has been flowing from you to others. So what doors have you opened for money to flow in your direction? Until you have a service you are rendering or there's a product you are selling, you don't expect money to flow in your direction. So please, if you are serious about changing your financial situation and then being able to have sufficient income to take you through the month, you need to first cut down on unnecessary expenses and deliberately create new streams of income. There's no other way around it. You just have to do that. And after you've done that, then you begin to restructure your financial system. Because if you don't restructure in order to manage your finances better, you may end up finding out that you are back to square one. You are back to where you began. How do you restructure? Track your expenses, avoid impulse spending, and then begin to grow your investments. Like in our previous video, we talked about opening multiple streams, multiple savings accounts. Yes, you can do that so that you separate the accounts for bills, separate the account for saving towards projects, separate the accounts for your emergency fund, separate the account for your investments. It shows that you're already serious about your financial future. Structure creates control. And if your financial life is without structure, you will run your finances aground. You have to avoid dangerous mistakes. And on this journey, there are several mistakes that are considered as dangerous mistakes. Number one, don't take loan to fund lifestyle. Some persons are so deep in debt simply because they took loans to fund lifestyle. Please don't do it. You must structure your finances such that you will not depend on loan. Then don't start investing under pressure. You need to first stabilize your finances so that by the time you start investing, you will not be under pressure. You can grow. Don't compare your life with others. Don't compare your situation with others. Sit down and build yourself. If your bills are still higher than your income, don't feel ashamed. It simply means that it is time for you to adjust your system. Stabilize first and then take your journey to growth. I need you to follow me for more practical financial systems that actually work, especially in Nigeria. In the next video, I intend to show you how to begin that side hustle, how to manage a small business in Nigeria, and begin to improve on your finances from there. I need you to subscribe to this channel, turn on that notification bell so that you can see the next video once it is up. I look forward to seeing you in that next video.